My brothers and sisters, in life, Allah, in His infinite wisdom, shows you the reality of people around you, not to hurt you, but to guide you. Sometimes you think someone is good for you, trustworthy or sincere, until one small moment reveals everything. And that moment is not random. It is Allah's way of opening your eyes. There comes a time when a person's true nature cannot hide anymore. You will see it during hardship, because hardship strips away pretenses. You will see it when you disagree, because character is revealed when someone doesn't get their way. You will see it when they no longer need something from you, because sincerity doesn't change with circumstances. And when Allah shows you this truth, do not be angry with the world. Be grateful that He protected you before the damage was greater. Sometimes what hurts your heart is actually saving your soul. Sometimes losing a person is a gift, not a punishment. Remember, Allah knows what you do not know. He hears the conversations you never heard. He sees the intentions that were kept hidden from you. So when He lets the truth surface, it is Him saying, my servant, this path is not for you. I have something better. But your test is how you respond. Don't become bitter. Don't lower yourself to match someone's poor behavior. Keep your dignity. Keep your kindness, keep your character, because your character is between you and Allah, not between you and people. If someone shows you their true colors, learn from it, then let it go. Don't replay it, don't hold revenge in your heart. Just say, Alhamdulillah, Ya Allah, thank you for showing me what I needed to see. Move forward with a clean heart, and Allah will fill your life with those who are genuine, honest, and loyal. My brothers and sisters, never forget, when Allah reveals someone's true nature, He is not exposing them. He is elevating you. He is clearing your path so you can walk towards something purer, healthier, and better for your heart and your faith. May Allah grant us wisdom, protection, and clarity. May He surround us with people who bring us closer to Him. Ameen. Allah allows certain moments to reveal what someone truly carries in their heart. In our journey through life, we often meet people whose outer behavior seems pleasant, kind, or supportive. They smile, they speak gently, and they appear to share goodwill. But as humans, we are limited. We can only see what is shown on the surface. We cannot read intentions. We cannot see into hearts. And we cannot know what lies behind a person's words or actions. Only Allah knows the unseen. Only Allah knows the sincerity behind every relationship we form. And because He is the all-wise and all-aware, He shows us certain moments that reveal exactly who someone is. Moments we could never have discovered on our own. This unveiling is not accidental. It is not coincidence. It is not luck. It is divine timing. Allah chooses specific events, certain conversations, unexpected reactions, or moments of pressure to reveal the true nature of a person. Sometimes the revelation is gentle, sometimes it is sudden. But in every case, it is done with perfect wisdom, because Allah exposes only what you need to know, exactly when you need to know it. Think about how you interact with people when everything is normal. Anyone can appear kind when they are comfortable. Anyone can show manners when life is calm. But when Allah places a test in front of someone, or when a situation challenges their ego, their patience, or their sincerity, that is when the real heart begins to show. Shirk is like a light that exposes what darkness tries to hide. A moment of anger, a moment of jealousy, a moment of temptation, a moment of conflict. These are the moments Allah uses to give you clarity. This is because Allah wants to protect you. He does not want you to build your trust on illusions. He does not want your heart to depend on someone who secretly carries envy, arrogance, dishonesty, or false intentions. So He allows a moment, sometimes small, sometimes major, that reveals what words could never explain. A slip of the tongue, a broken promise, a reaction that doesn't match their usual behavior, a sudden change in attitude when they gain or lose something, a truth that appears in their tone or expression. And although these moments can feel disappointing or painful, they are actually blessings in disguise. You see, if Allah didn't show you the truth, you would continue walking blind. You might attach yourself to someone unhealthy. You might trust someone who could harm you later. You might rely on a person who is not loyal to you. And because Allah loves you more than you can imagine, He does not allow you to stay in illusions forever. He opens a window of truth so you can see what you were meant to learn. Sometimes the moment of revelation happens through loss. When you lose money, lose status, or face difficulty, some people change. They step back. They become distant. They no longer show the same warmth because their benefit from you has disappeared. And Allah lets you see this so you understand who was with you sincerely and who was only with you temporarily. Sometimes Allah reveals hearts through success. When He gives you a blessing, good grades, opportunity, talent, praise, or progress, you will notice people differently. Some will genuinely be happy for you, and their happiness reflects purity. Others may show irritation, jealousy, or coldness. And Allah allows this to show you the sincerity of their intentions. Sometimes the revelation is through conflict. A small disagreement becomes a test of character. How a person speaks to you when they're upset shows far more truth than how they speak when everything is comfortable. Disagreement peels away politeness and exposes a person's principles. Sometimes Allah reveals hearts through private moments. Something you overhear, something someone accidentally shows, or a truth someone slips into a conversation. Again, this is not random. It is the soft warning of a Lord who sees what you cannot. We must understand that knowing someone's true nature is a gift, even when it feels painful. Allah does not expose people in your life to embarrass them. He exposes them to protect you. He is guiding you away from harm. He is teaching you discernment. He is building your wisdom so you do not repeat the same mistake with the wrong people. Yet, it is crucial that we respond to these revelations with maturity. Allah showing you the truth does not give you permission to expose others, gossip about them, or hold hatred in your heart. Your role is simply to acknowledge the lesson, adjust your boundaries, and purify your intentions. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Not every connection is meant to be deep. Sometimes someone's truth is shown, so you step back quietly and move forward without bitterness. And sometimes Allah reveals a person's nature not to remove them, but to teach you how to deal with them wisely. Some people are not harmful, but they may lack consistency, loyalty, or emotional maturity. Allah shows you this so you adapt your expectations, not your kindness. In all cases, trust Allah's timing. He knows the exact moment your heart is ready to see the truth. And when He shows you, it is never too early and never too late. It is always perfect. So whenever you witness a moment that reveals someone's real character, say, Alhamdulillah. Ya Allah, thank you for showing me what I could not see on my own. Because every revelation He gives is a step toward your protection, your growth, and your peace. A person's true nature appears in times of disagreement, difficulty, or when they no longer need you. In everyday life, many people can present a beautiful outward image, calm, polite, helpful, and friendly. But character is not measured by how someone behaves when everything is smooth. True character reveals itself when situations become uncomfortable, when desires are blocked, when pressure rises, or when a person feels they have nothing left to gain from you. These are the moments Allah uses to uncover who people really are. It is easy for anyone to be kind when they want something. It is easy to show respect when they need you, when they depend on you, or when maintaining a connection benefits them. But when that benefit is removed, when their plans change, when they get what they want, or when the relationship no longer serves their interests, their behavior may shift. This shift can be surprising, even painful. But it is also deeply revealing. Disagreement exposes sincerity. One of the clearest tests of character is disagreement. When you and another person see things differently, whether in a serious matter or a small issue, you begin to see their true temperament. Some people can disagree while remaining respectful, calm, and fair. They can maintain good manners even when they are frustrated. This is a sign of emotional maturity and genuine respect. But others may become harsh, disrespectful, or aggressive the moment something does not go their way. Their tone changes, their words change, their willingness to be fair disappears. And it is in these moments that their real qualities emerge, not the quality. They show when life is easy, but the qualities that lie beneath the surface. Disagreement is not the problem. It's normal for people to differ. The real test is how they behave while differing. If someone remains kind when they are happy but becomes cruel when they're upset, then the kindness was never truly rooted. It was conditional. Allah reveals this contrast so you can recognize the difference between genuine character and temporary politeness. Difficulty reveals loyalty and compassion. Another powerful moment when truth becomes clear is during difficulty. Your difficulty or theirs. When you go through hardship, you will notice who stands beside you. Some people only stay close when your life is easy, when you are smiling, when you have energy to give to others. But when the storm arrives, they disappear. They offer excuses, distance themselves, or show no concern. Allah allows this so you stop depending on weak support systems. On the other hand, there are people who remain with you, even when they gain nothing from it. They check on you, they pray for you, they lift you up, and they do so silently without seeking credit. Their presence in hardship reveals a heart of sincerity. And this is something you could never see during good times. Difficulty also reveals a person's own inner strength. When they undergo hardship, how do they respond? Do they become impatient, angry, and unfair to those around them? Or do they remain composed, grateful, and trusting in Allah? Just as your struggles expose the truth in others, their struggles expose their truth to you. When people no longer need you, their masks fall. One of the most honest moments, perhaps the rawest, is when someone no longer needs anything from you. Before that point, they may be kind, attentive, or generous because they find benefit in maintaining the connection. But once the benefit ends, you truly see their intentions. If someone valued you only for what you provided, emotional support, help, companionship, resources, or opportunities, then when those benefits disappear, the relationship often changes. Some people may distance themselves immediately. Some may become cold or indifferent. Some may act as though you never mattered. It hurts, but it is real. And it is better to see the truth than to be lost in illusions. But there are others whose goodness does not depend on what they receive. Their kindness is consistent, their respect is constant, and their loyalty is steady. They do not shift with circumstances. These people are rare, and Allah shows you their value during moments when their need for you ends. Allah reveals these situations for your growth. Every time someone's true nature is exposed, whether through disagreement, difficulty, or changing circumstances, remember that it is not a punishment. It is guidance. It is a protection. It is a form of clarity. If you never disagreed with someone, you would assume they were emotionally mature. If you never faced hardship, you would assume everyone around you was loyal. If people always needed you, you would assume their kindness was genuine. Without these tests, you might attach yourself to relationships that are unhealthy or insincere. Allah, in His mercy, does not allow you to remain blind. He wants you to grow in wisdom. He wants you to develop the ability to distinguish between who is meant to stay in your life and who is meant to teach you a lesson before departing. Your role is not to resent, but to learn. When you discover someone's true nature, your responsibility is not to hold grudges, expose them, or become bitter. Your responsibility is to adjust your expectations, strengthen your boundaries, and move forward with a purified heart. People are not perfect. Some fail because of fear, immaturity, or weakness, not necessarily because of malice. But Allah shows you the truth so that you rely on Him first, not people. Disagreements, difficulties, and shifting circumstances are not just tests for others. They are also tests for you. They teach you patience, wisdom, and emotional balance. True character shines in storms. When life becomes challenging, masks fall, pretenses fade, and hearts show themselves. Some people become a source of peace, others become a source of pain. But every revelation is purposeful, every event is measured, and every moment of clarity is a gift, because it frees you from misplaced loyalty and helps you invest your heart where it is safest, with Allah. Being shown someone's reality is a form of protection and mercy from Allah. In life, we sometimes imagine that protection from Allah only comes in the form of blessings we can see clearly. Good health, success, opportunities, loving people, peaceful moments. But Allah's protection is far deeper than what our eyes can recognize. Sometimes the greatest protection is hidden in experiences that initially feel painful or disappointing. One of these forms of protection is when Allah reveals the true nature of a person in your life. You may have trusted someone. You may have believed they had a pure heart, good intentions, or genuine care for you. And then suddenly something happens. A word is spoken, an action is taken, a truth is exposed, and your perspective shifts completely. In that moment, you may feel hurt or shock, but with time, reflection, and faith, you come to realize that Allah was protecting you long before you even understood what was happening. Allah's mercy is not limited to giving you what you love. It also includes removing what will harm you, even when you don't see the harm yet. When Allah shows you someone's reality, He is guarding your heart from future pain. He is shielding you from deception, disappointment, and emotional damage that could have grown much larger if you remained unaware. Protection comes in the form of clarity. Sometimes you ask Allah for guidance, maybe consciously, maybe unconsciously. You say, "Oh Allah, guide me to what is best, and oh Allah, protect me from harm." And Allah answers that prayer not by adding something new to your life, but by revealing something that was already there. He gives you clarity. Clarity itself is a divine gift. Many people move through life thinking they are surrounded by sincere individuals, when in reality, some of those individuals might carry envy, dishonesty, or ill intentions deep within. If Allah did not reveal their true nature, you might continue to trust them, rely on them, confide in them, or build your future around them. Imagine the heartbreak that could follow. So when a moment of truth arrives, no matter how small, it is Allah lifting the veil. It is Allah saying, "My servant, see this carefully. I am showing you something you need to know." That clarity allows you to adjust your boundaries, protect your heart, and move with wisdom. Mercy is not always gentle, but it is always beneficial. Mercy from Allah is sometimes soft and comforting, but sometimes it comes through difficult lessons. When you discover someone's reality, it may feel like a wound at first, but the wound prevents an infection that would have destroyed you later. Think of a doctor removing something harmful from your body. The procedure may sting, it may require recovery, but you walk away healthier and safer than before. In the same way, Allah removes the hidden dangers in your relationships, even if the removal hurts temporarily. You might say, "Why did I have to see this? Why did this person change? Why did this happen now?" The answer is because Allah did not want you to walk blindly toward disaster. You may not recognize it in the moment, but your future self will thank Allah deeply for the protection He placed in your path. Protection comes through separation. Sometimes Allah protects you by removing people who are not meant for your journey. They may leave suddenly, gradually, or through an event that exposes their nature. Their departure is not a loss, it is a rescue. You may feel sadness, but Allah saw the unseen. He heard conversations you never heard. He saw actions done behind your back. He knew the intentions that never reached your ears. And so He moved them away, because their presence would have harmed your emotional well-being, your spiritual growth, or your peace. If they had stayed longer, the pain would have been greater. If you had trusted them more deeply, the heartbreak would have been heavier. Their exit is not rejection, it is divine protection. Protection through early warning signs. Allah, in His mercy, often sends small warning signs before a major truth unfolds. These may be tiny inconsistencies, uncomfortable interactions, instinctive feelings, or subtle changes in behavior. If Allah loves you, He will allow these signs to grow clearer until you cannot ignore them anymore. These early signs are not meant to discourage you from relationships altogether. They are meant to teach you awareness. They are meant to shape your judgment. They build your ability to distinguish between genuine individuals and those who merely appear genuine. When Allah reveals reality early, He is saving you from deeper disappointment later. Mercy includes redirecting your heart. When you are protected from a harmful connection, Allah is not just taking something away, He is also making space for something better. Allah never closes a door without preparing another better door for you. But often, that new door cannot open until you let go of the one that was never meant for you. By showing you someone's reality, Allah may be guiding you toward healthier companionship, more sincere friendships, more peaceful relationships, and more supportive environments. You may not see the purpose immediately, but every revelation is part of a greater divine plan that is unfolding with precision. Trust the protection even when you don't understand it. The hardest part of being shown someone's reality is accepting it. Our hearts often want to hold on to the version of a person we created in our minds. But Allah shows you who they truly are, so you can align your life with truth, not illusions. Trust that Allah never exposes a person's reality except to benefit you. Trust that His timing is perfect. Trust that His knowledge is complete. And trust that His mercy extends far beyond what you can see today. So whenever a person's true nature becomes clear, say in your heart, Alhamdulillah, this is your protection. This is your mercy. I trust the path you are guiding me toward, and know that every revelation from Allah is a step toward a safer, purer, and more peaceful future. Do not become bitter. Take the lesson, thank Allah, and move forward. One of the greatest emotional challenges you will ever face in life is seeing the true nature of someone you trusted, cared for, or believed in. When Allah reveals something about a person that disappoints you or hurts you, the first reaction of the heart is often pain. That pain can easily turn into bitterness, resentment, or the desire to withdraw from others completely. But bitterness is a trap, and it benefits no one, not your heart, not your future, and not your relationship with Allah. That is why the wiser and more peaceful approach is to take the lesson, thank Allah for the clarity, and move forward with dignity. Bitterness is a prison for the heart. When someone damages your trust, you may feel angry or betrayed. These feelings are natural. But if you allow them to settle, they become bitterness, an emotional prison that keeps you stuck in the past. Bitterness drains your energy. It steals your peace. It changes the way you look at people, the way you perceive yourself, and the way you walk through life. Bitterness does not punish the one who wronged you. It punishes you. And that is exactly why Shaitan loves bitterness, because he wants your heart to harden, he wants your hope to fade, and he wants your compassion to disappear. A bitter heart does not trust easily, does not love deeply, and does not forgive readily. It is always on guard, always tense, always afraid of being hurt again. But Allah does not want your heart to become like this. He wants your heart soft, peaceful, wise, and connected to Him, not chained to the memories of those who harmed you. Take the lesson. Do not waste the experience. Every experience Allah allows you to go through has a purpose. When someone shows you their true nature, it is not only a revelation, it is a lesson. There is something in that moment that Allah wants you to carry forward. It might be a lesson in setting boundaries, a lesson in recognizing signs earlier, a lesson in choosing companions more wisely, or a lesson in strengthening your intuition. If you come out of the experience only with pain and no wisdom, then the test has been wasted. But if you come out with deeper understanding, clearer judgment, and stronger self-awareness, then the experience becomes part of your growth. Mistakes are not failures if they lead you to become wiser and more grounded. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Try asking, what is Allah teaching me through this? Because when you shift the question, the heart becomes more open, calmer, and far more capable of healing. Thank Allah for the clarity before the deeper harm. One of the most powerful acts of faith is thanking Allah in moments that are painful. This does not mean you are grateful for the hurt itself. It means you recognize the protection hidden inside the hurt. If someone had stayed in your life longer, the damage might have been greater. If you had trusted them more deeply, the heartbreak might have been heavier. If Allah had not shown you the truth, you might have continued investing your heart, your time, and your emotions in a relationship that would eventually collapse. So when Allah reveals someone's true nature, it is not a punishment. It is a rescue. And gratitude is the key to unlocking the peace behind the pain. Saying Alhamdulillah in such moments is a declaration that you trust Allah more than your emotions. It means you believe His wisdom is perfect, even if you don't fully understand it right then. Moving forward is an act of strength, not indifference. Moving forward does not mean you pretend nothing happened. It does not mean you suppress your feelings or deny your hurt. And it certainly does not mean you instantly forget everything that occurred. Moving forward means you choose not to let the past control your future. It means you allow yourself to heal. You set healthier boundaries, and you continue living with an open heart, but a wiser mind. Moving forward means you understand that your story does not end with a chapter of pain. It simply transitions into a chapter of growth. If Allah wanted that person to remain in your life, they would still be there. If He removed them, it is because the next stage of your journey requires a different environment, a healthier support system, or a more peaceful space. Moving forward is not abandonment. It is obedience to the path Allah is guiding you on. Letting go is an act of worship. Letting go of bitterness, hurt, and disappointment is not always easy. It requires patience, it requires maturity, and most importantly, it requires trust in Allah's plan. But letting go is an act of worship. You are choosing to surrender your pain to Allah instead of letting it consume you. You are choosing faith over frustration, clarity over confusion, and peace over anger. You are choosing to protect your heart, because your heart is a vessel meant for sincerity, gratitude, and love, not resentment. Life is too short to stay stuck in what Allah freed you from. When Allah removes someone from your life, do not chase what He released you from. Do not cling to what he detached you from. Do not cry over the doors he closed when he knows what lies behind them. Life is too short, too precious, and too purposeful to stay stuck in bitterness. Every moment you spend clinging to hurt is a moment you could spend growing, discovering, healing, and connecting more deeply with Allah. Your future deserves your emotional energy more than your past does. So take the lesson with grace. Thank Allah with sincerity and move forward with dignity. Because Allah did not show you the truth to break you. He showed it to rebuild you, stronger, wiser, and closer to Him. Your job is to respond with goodness, maturity, and patience, even when others fail to do so. One of the greatest tests you will ever face in life is not how people behave toward you, but how you choose to behave in return. It is easy to be kind when others are kind, to be respectful when others are respectful, and to be fair when others are fair. But the real strength of character appears when someone treats you poorly, speaks unjustly, or behaves in a way that hurts you. That is when your true nature is tested. That is when Allah observes your heart more closely. And that is when you have an opportunity to rise above, to protect your dignity, and to show maturity rooted in faith. Your character is your responsibility, not theirs. You are not accountable for what people do to you, but you are accountable for how you respond. On the day of judgment, each soul stands alone. No one can say, I behaved this way because they behaved that way. Allah gave you your own heart, your own tongue, your own choices. He gave you control over your own actions, not over anyone else's. This means that your reaction is part of your worship. When someone shouts and you choose calmness, that's worship. When someone insults and you remain dignified, that's worship. When someone disappoints you, but you respond with patience, that's worship. Your character is one of the most valuable gifts you will ever offer to Allah. Responding with goodness does not mean accepting harm. Many people misunderstand the idea of responding with goodness. It does not mean you allow people to walk over you. It does not mean you stay silent in the face of injustice. And it certainly does not mean you let someone repeatedly treat you in ways that damage your well-being. Responding with goodness means keeping your manners intact, setting boundaries with respect, walking away with dignity, and refusing to let someone else's flaws drag you into behavior that displeases Allah. You protect your character while protecting your peace. Goodness is not weakness, it is strength wrapped in wisdom. Maturity shows when your emotions are tested. Anyone can remain calm when they are not provoked. But when someone pushes your limits, when they break your trust, or when they expose their true nature, that is when emotional maturity is revealed. Maturity is not about suppressing your feelings. It's about managing them. It means you do not act impulsively. You do not react to every provocation. You do not let your emotions control your tongue. You pause, breathe, reflect, and then respond with intention. Maturity is choosing actions that reflect your values, not your wounds. Patience is not passive. It is powerful. Patience is one of the most misunderstood qualities. Many see it as doing nothing, but that is not true. Patience is active discipline. It is choosing to restrain anger for the sake of Allah. It is choosing silence instead of unnecessary conflict. It is choosing peace over chaos. It is choosing growth over revenge. When someone harms you, your heart wants immediate reaction, immediate justice, immediate answers. But patience teaches you that Allah's timing is better than yours. That the truth will unfold in ways you cannot yet see. That justice will come through means beyond your imagination. And that your peace is worth more than winning an argument. Patience is not weakness, it is victory over the ego. Your response reflects your inner state, not theirs. People often reveal who they are through their actions. But you reveal who you are through your reactions. When someone breaks their character in front of you, do not let them break yours as well. If you respond to poor manners with the same poor manners, then what is the difference between you? Rising above does not mean you think you are better than others. It means you choose to honor the values Allah taught you. You choose to carry dignity, respect, and calmness, even when surrounded by negativity. Your reaction is a reflection of your inner strength, not their outer behavior. Responding with goodness protects your peace. The world becomes lighter when you let go of the need to match someone's negativity. When you stop thinking, I'll treat them how they treat me, your heart becomes free from emotional dependence. You no longer let others control your behavior. You reclaim your inner power. When you respond with goodness, you protect your heart, your peace, your maturity, your relationship with Allah, and most importantly, you protect your identity. You refuse to become someone you are not. Goodness is not for them, it's for you. When you respond with goodness, don't do it expecting gratitude, change, or appreciation from others. Many will not acknowledge it. Some may even see it as weakness. But goodness is not done for people. It is done for Allah and for the sake of your own heart. Your reward is from the one who sees every silent struggle, every controlled anger, every moment you chose dignity over retaliation. He sees your patience and He never lets it go unnoticed. Walk away when needed, but walk away gracefully. There will be times when the healthiest response is not to stay, not to argue, not to explain, but simply to walk away. If someone repeatedly harms you, disrespects you, or drains your emotional well-being, walking away is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of wisdom. But even in walking away, keep your manners intact. Do not leave with bitterness. Leave with peace. Leave with dignity. Leave with a heart that says, I responded as Allah would want me to respond. The rest is not my responsibility. Your goodness is stored with Allah. Every kind word you held on to, every argument you avoided, every negative impulse you resisted, every moment of patience you practiced, all of it is written with Allah. You lose nothing by choosing goodness. You only gain honor, peace, and spiritual elevation. And even if people do not appreciate your character, Allah does. He is the one who elevates hearts, raises ranks, and protects those who strive for purity in their actions. So respond with goodness, maturity, and patience. Not because others deserve it, but because your soul deserves peace, your heart deserves protection, and Allah deserves your best. When Allah removes people or reveals their truth, He is clearing the path for better connections and growth. There are moments in life when people leave, relationships change, hearts drift apart, or truths emerge that you were never expecting. These moments can feel painful, confusing, or even unfair. You may ask yourself, why did this happen? Or why did they change? Or what did I do wrong? But when you step back and view life through the lens of faith, you begin to understand something deeper. Allah does not remove anyone from your life without purpose. When someone's truth is revealed, or when a person exits your path, it is not simply an ending. It is the beginning of a cleaner, clearer road meant for your growth. Allah, in His perfect wisdom, knows what lies ahead of you. He knows what your heart needs, what your future requires, and what your soul must be protected from. Sometimes you think a certain person belongs in your life forever, but Allah knows that keeping them close would prevent you from reaching your full potential. Their presence might limit your emotional development, distract you from your spiritual journey, or hold you back from the opportunities written for you. So, out of His mercy, Allah removes them, even if the removal initially feels painful. Allah clears your path the way a gardener clears weeds. Imagine a gardener planting a beautiful seed. The gardener wants it to grow strong and healthy, so he removes weeds around it, not to harm the plant, but to protect it. The weeds may look harmless, but they steal nutrients, space, and light. In the same way, Allah sometimes clears your life from people who drain your emotional energy, disturb your peace, or overshadow your growth. Their removal is not rejection, it is protection. It is Allah safeguarding your ability to grow without unnecessary obstacles. Sometimes you cannot grow because you are surrounded by the wrong people. And Allah knows this long before you do. New blessings cannot enter a crowded heart. Your heart has limited emotional space. If it is filled with attachments that drain you, connections that confuse you, or relationships that misguide you, there is little room left for the healthier, more meaningful relationships Allah wants to send you. When Allah takes someone out of your life, He is opening space, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. That empty space is not a punishment, it is preparation. It is the space where better connections will eventually grow, connections built on sincerity, trust, and mutual benefit. Sometimes your heart needs to be emptied of the wrong people before it can be filled with the right ones. Sometimes the truth must be revealed to save your future bar. There are times when someone's true nature remains hidden because Allah knows your heart is not ready to handle the truth yet. But once the time comes, He reveals exactly what you need to see. This revelation might shock you, but it also awakens you. It helps you realign your expectations, redefine your boundaries, and protect your future. Allah reveals truth not to break your heart, but to prevent a greater heartbreak later. You may not see it now, but the future will make sense of every truth Allah allowed you to witness. What feels painful today may become one of the greatest blessings in your story tomorrow. Growth often begins where comfort ends. Growth rarely happens in comfortable environments. It happens when your heart is shaken, when your mind is challenged, and when your life shifts in unexpected ways. When someone leaves your life, change becomes unavoidable. You are pushed to adapt, to learn, and to strengthen yourself. You begin to discover your resilience, your emotional strength, your independence, your connection to Allah. Growth comes from transitions, not stagnation. And transitions often begin with loss. Not loss of what was meant for you, but loss of what was weighing you down. Allah replaces with wisdom. When Allah removes someone harmful or insincere, He doesn't do it arbitrarily. He removes with purpose and replaces with wisdom. The replacement may come immediately or after some time. It may arrive in the form of a new person, or it may come as increased self-love, inner peace, spiritual clarity, or emotional maturity. Sometimes the replacement is not another person at all. Sometimes Allah replaces them with stronger faith, more patience, deeper understanding, better character, a closer relationship with Him. These inner transformations are far more valuable than external relationships. Better connections are built on truth, not illusion. If someone left because their intentions were unclear, their loyalty was weak, or their presence was inconsistent, then their departure is a blessing. Because meaningful connections are built on trust, honesty, stability, sincerity, mutual respect. Allah will never allow you to lose something real and replace it with something fake. He removes illusions to make room for what is genuine. When the wrong people leave your lie, the right ones can finally enter. Trust the direction, even if you don't understand the path. You don't have to understand why Allah removed someone in order to trust that He removed them for your benefit. Faith is trusting Allah's plan, even when the plan is not clear. It is believing that the one who loves you most is guiding your life with precision and mercy. You may feel confused, but Allah is not confused. You may feel uncertain, but Allah's plan is certain. You may feel alone, but Allah is closer than ever when He takes something away from you. Trust that the path being cleared is being cleared for a reason. Your future needs people who match your destiny, not your history. Some people are part of your past, but not meant for your future. They belong to a previous chapter of your story, one that helped you grow, but is not meant to continue. Keeping them in your life would hold you back from the person Allah is shaping you into. Allah removes people not because they are bad, but because the chapter they belong to is over. Your future requires different influences, healthier energies, and more sincere relationships. To reach what Allah wrote for you, you must release what was never meant to stay. Life is a journey shaped by moments of clarity, tests of patience, unexpected losses, and powerful awakenings. Each experience, whether uplifting or painful, plays a role in crafting who we become. Throughout this speech, we explored how growth, purpose, and divine guidance intertwine, reminding us that nothing in our lives is random. Every person we meet, every challenge we face, and every chapter that ends is part of a design far greater than what we can see. We learned that disappointments are not punishments, but directions. Delays are not denials, but protections. And when people reveal their true nature or leave our lives, it is not a reflection of our worth. It is a reflection of Allah's mercy. He clears what blocks us, exposes what harms us, and guides us toward relationships and opportunities that strengthen rather than break us. The core message is simple, yet profound. Trust the one who wrote your story. Trust the timing, even when it feels slow. Trust the endings, even when they hurt. Trust the changes, even when they confuse you. Because with every shift, Allah is shaping you, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, for something better. You were not created to remain stagnant. You were created to grow, to evolve, to reflect, and to rise. The events of your life are not scattered pieces. They are connected threads forming a tapestry that becomes clearer with time. Every struggle has its lesson. Every setback has its wisdom. Every separation has its purpose. And every truth Allah reveals is a step toward healing, clarity, and inner strength. So move forward with certainty, not fear. Carry your lessons, not your burdens. Release what Allah has removed. Embrace what He has written and remain patient for what is yet to come. Your journey is guided, your story is intentional, and your future, by His mercy, holds more peace, more clarity, and more blessings than anything you lost. May your heart stay firm, your faith stay strong, and your path stay filled with purpose. And may every step you take lead you closer to who you are meant to be and to the life that was always meant for you. Thank you, everyone.